Banter fam, what's happening, guys? Hope you are having a great day. Guys, I want to speak about something important today. We're kind of waiting a little bit for a pullback, and you can see the market has had small pullbacks right now, but we can definitely see this sideways phase popping, right? Well, we're basically moving sideways, and I want to speak about the pop. I want to speak about there's a couple of alts that are breaking some very key structures today that I think are worth good positions, right? And I want to speak about the two scenarios, but I do feel that we're getting to this area where this market just wants to pop again, right? And what it's going to then happen is we're then going to see a release of a couple of new altcoins. So again, today is important for us to have some positions in, okay? Be prepared for both scenarios. Again, I think in the next couple of days, we're rallying hard. The question is, are we going to go today? Or the question is, are we going to actually pull back for another 2-3 days and maybe reset a little bit of the higher time frame RSIs and then get going, right? And the question now is, where's the sexiest damn entry, right? That's the major question. So I want to make sure yet again that you are also prepared for a pop. I was looking this morning and I was like, I think right now a Ethereum trade is sexy as hell, right? So I'm long on ETH. That's breaking, right? And as much as I have my opinions of what can happen, there's the trade, right? There's the breakouts. So I'm not afraid here. I know where to calculate. I know that if it goes wrong, where to look for it. But this is starting to break. And again, I'm looking here at ETH. The next resistance is at $2,100, right? That's the next big one over there. So again, I just want us to remember that when this market starts to shift into these bullish trends, we need to slightly adjust our mindset. So I want your charts to be ready. I want you to be paying attention to the correct tokens that are showing strength right now and to show you the ones that are breaking out while Bitcoin's going sideways, right? And by doing this, you're going to start putting yourself ahead of the curve and you're going to start to understand that we are here to follow money. If this is where the money is to be made, this is where we go. So guys, happy Tuesday to you all. Hope you all having a fantastic week so far. Let's have another action-packed show and let's get our damn heads in the game and get some trades going, right? Let's get ready, let's get prepared, and let's see what's the hottest right now. So, no more wasting time. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like Sniper. Welcome to Shell the Show.
Yo, guys, 68% bullish. Nice. It's nice to see that the bulls are still here and we are feeling good. How are you guys doing? Remember to like it up. I do have a couple of giveaways today. I definitely do. And I got some very cool ones coming up in the next couple of days too. Spending a lot of time here in Dubai. Obviously, we've got the token 2049. And also just paying attention to what's currently happening, right? And I can see the Solana community are crazy, right? These guys are insane. So what Solana has done is attracted a very powerhouse community, like these strong builders, everyone that just wants to build and build and build and hungry, right? And it's nice to be at a conference to kind of see, when there's not much fluff in the market, there's not much, I call it retail or just call it like a lot of people in, you kind of got the warriors that are left. And it's nice to see what they're doing in these times and the building and the money that's being put into it is just absolutely insane. So again, if you ever do have the opportunity to go around the world and be at these things, I think it's vital. It gets you pumped up again, right? And that's why for me, it's like I'm pumped. Not only am I pumped, I'm just like, get smarter, Sheldon, get smarter, get better, get better, get bigger. It's not even a question about am I going to be rich? It's about how much money am I going to make when it happens, right? how big do I want to go? Right. And mine is to go for generational wealth, right? To go to this point of to have freedom for the rest of my damn life. That is the major goal here. And as much as I can build businesses and these type of things, the true skill that can get me there is trading, right? Trading is just, especially because you're not focused on just every day. Every day you can trade and make money and take little things away. But you have this streak that comes 1, 2, 3 times in your journey, and this streak does something insane, right? And by having a good business model and a good mindset, by having the ability to grow money in a very short period of time as well, and not putting too much pressure to do it every day, you just catch the bigger wave when it comes, right? It shows you how fast and how big of a difference you can actually make. And that's my goal. My goal is to just be free for the rest of my life so that I can just hopefully do YouTube and go on stages and these things for free. Like that's all I want to do for the rest of my life is just educate and just show everyone the roots and what has basically happened. So again, that's the ambition. So I'm very pumped right now and I'm proud of you guys for being here and I'm proud of the whole journey. So let's go through a couple of things. I do want to speak about the ETH trade for a second because it can pop at any point. And I think the important thing at this moment right now is to kind of don't hate it, don't trade, don't have an opinion, right? Kind of just go with what is happening and have a model, have a system, and just move with the system. And as you can see right now over here, ETH's breaking trend. So you have a choice. Either you can be like, oh, ETH's dead, it's slow, or you can trade the damn breaker trend, right? You can trade where the strength is going. Because again, I look at a couple of alts and I look at like Bitcoin as example. There's two big scenarios now. There is the pullback scenario, but it's quite easy to navigate that because we've been going sideways for a little while over here. That little trend at the bottom is basically the one that will basically indicate and give me a little bit of a sign that, hey, maybe we do want to pop to 90,000 and then get going, right? But then I look at the other side. I'm like, this thing, you do have two options here. Either this is a little offload wall and we're getting ready for the pullback, or this thing's eating away the 95K wall, right? And from the 95K wall, let's go to 100. Screw the bears, well, screw the pullbacks, right? Screw any of that stuff. You've had your time. You've had your time to shine. The bears had many, many weeks, okay? And why don't we just send one more fat weekly green candle in here and let's make things interesting, right? Crypto will always make things very interesting. But as you can see again on the weekly here, one big resistance and then we're back into the 100,000s. Okay, and I also think that the wall that is sitting here is like no longer there. This wall was stepping down as they were basically reclaiming, right? And that wall was broken. And from here next, now we're sitting with this wall. And after that, I wouldn't be surprised we got enough steam here to get through the all-time highs. And then what will happen? The market will start feeling risk again. Well, they feel like they want to take on risk. Bitcoin's in a safe place. And then all of a sudden we have altcoins catch the party very quickly and start to rally up. And again, that's where we're sitting on alts. You can take it the way you like, right? Altcoins are and have been breaking trends, right? They are breaking out right now on the weekly. And the weekly basically informs that the entries you're going to get right now is something that you can hold for the next 2, 3, 4 months, right? The bigger move, very similar to this time over here when we had the similar breakout, right? That's where the breakout happened, and that was the result. And this resulted in obviously a XRP going from 50 cents to 2.5. Again, you had all these different altcoins that started to rocket up very much. So getting back over here, I'm trading the damn charts today, right? I'm trading what the market is giving me. And it's telling me that Ethereum is one of the sexiest coins right now for some trades. And these are my entries. I'm not looking to buy this much higher than 180.40 because I am going to open up a couple of leverage positions. And I want to show you guys over here. I've opened up on BTCC. You could see my entry price is around the 1822. Okay. And I got a stop loss in quite an easy place, right? If we go look at this now, as the market's moving up or as we start breaking these over here, there's the one trend line at the bottom. And that's where I'm keeping my stops, right? My stops are sitting in the areas of around close to the just under the 1,800. Okay. And again, I zoom out and I'm like, I know that there's two scenarios here. This is the buy zone, right? If we're going to go up now, this is the buy. There's no doubt about it. And I know after this, the next resistance is $2,100, right? My yacht just passed again. Yeah, I keep telling them, stop. One day, guys, I will buy fancy cars and fancy boats when every single person in my family has a paid off home and they are all safe. And when that happens, then I will spend money on a bunch of crap. Until then, I got a job to do. Okay, so again, over here, we're sitting at 2-1. Now, I also know that there is maybe some liquidity sitting down over here, right? And that's why for me, it's quite a simple scenario because you're sitting between these two big zones here. And I'm showing this on ETH in specific because you'll see it in a whole bunch of altcoins as well, right? And you can see this over here that if we bull now, we're going to this 2-1. No more damn pullbacks, right? This is making a bull flag. And basically you're sitting with these two walls. And I'll draw here again. You're sitting with the rooftop over here and you're sitting with the support. Every time it comes down, it's bouncing. Okay. And the moment that this breaks, we're going to get going. So I'm taking my bets over here and I'm getting prepared for that. But then secondly, I know there's liquidity over here. And I would obviously rather prefer that buy, but we may not get that buy, right? You had multiple weeks to get the buys, right? Why the hell should you get good entries now, right? Or why should you get better entries? And that's the crazy thing when this market goes up again is that, hey, you've been offered these entries for long. Now you want to pull back? Now you want to go to sexy zones? The markets just don't work like that, right? And it's good experience to listen. So again, this is the sexy entry right now. And all I do is make sure that I got a nice sexy stop in here. Put the trend at the bottom. There's the stop, and there we go. If that stops out, then I know where I'm fishing. But right now, as it stands, it does look like markets can pop at any of these points, and I'm just trading the strength. If you go through a couple of the other alts right now, you could see they're kind of all still sitting inside of trends, right? So you go look at things like a Sonic, which I still think is a very good spot buy where it's at. Don't ignore this. Don't ignore that it broke out a great trend over here, and it's sitting in a damn hot zone. These are entries for a rally up to the 80. So spot wise, right, very good on Sonic here. But when it comes to like, I want to make some money today or these type of things, right, you could see that if I just pop a damn trend line in anywhere over here, we're not kind of breaking trends just yet. Okay, but it's not far. But nonetheless, what it means is I'm trading what is breaking, right? I'm trading what is strength right now. And the rest, I'm just looking at longer term sort of positions and what are in good kind of areas, right? So you're kind of moving. And if I look at things like Ondo as an example, not really breaking out yet. However, high time frame, decent longer term entry, sure. But to trade it today, trade the major strength. So let's go through the 2 plays on Bitcoin over here. So all you guys need to do for today, because I think it's important. We speak a lot of macro and these type of things, but start zooming in a little bit, right? Zoom in a little bit and start tracking the market a little bit closer. By doing this, you're going to start getting to a little bit more in tune with the markets, and you're also going to learn a lot more quicker. Right? The way that kind of got me to learn pretty fast in crypto was I traded a lot of 1 minute to 5 minutes in the beginning, right? And it wrecked me, right? But it taught me how to draw correct trends. It taught me how to understand the RSIs. It taught me these type of things. So zooming in a bit and seeing it all play out, you realize that what happens here on short time frame happens on high time frames too. But this is the 2 plays for Bitcoin today, right? Is you just have this one trend at the bottom, and until this trend's broken, you got to be bullish, right? Because again, we are now eating this wall. But one thing I've shown you guys as well is before you pop, right? And it's a perfect example over here, is you'll get these sideways periods. And these sideways periods are 2 things. Either they are little offload zones to prepare for a pullback, or what they are is accumulation for the next pump. So remember, here we pumped. Then we went sideways. But this sideways is what created the strength to have that pump again. And you can see for as long as we went sideways resulted in the pump. Right? So yet again, we are going sideways at resistance again. Okay, there's the sideways patch. And this sideways patch gives us enough fuel to get to $103,000. Right? That's how long we've gone sideways. That is what the result can happen from this major pump over here too, right? Guys, when we get to 100K, you are going to see FOMO kick in everywhere, and you're going to see altcoins damn explode. Like it's a no-brainer. And then those sexy damn entries are gone, right? So I even said this yesterday. Your most valuable entries right now, and let's just recoup 2 things before I jump back into what's happening today, right? Your most valuable entries right now is your long-term entries. That's your number 1 best entries to get right now. Tick those boxes and get the best damn entries right now, because on the weekly time frame, these alts are incredible zones, right? Your second best are your swing, right? Something that you want to just trade for the next, because remember, you're long-term now. You want to catch something to make you money over the next year, right? 2 years, 3 years. You want to do insane. You want some 10x's, 20x's. You want to do, because this is what's possible in crypto, okay? Then you have the spot, which is like, hey, if this weekly stock's going to go up for the next 2 to 3 months, I want to catch that wave and I want to get out of this money in 2 months, right? Those are the next second valuable entries you're getting right now. And then the third one is your leverage ones, but those come every day. Just trade the altcoins that are breaking out. Don't chase and hope that your altcoin's going to pump, right? Kind of move to where it's going. Kind of move to where the ones that are breaking, we put a damn stop loss and go, right? Keep that confidence, keep that flow, and keep moving. Because again, you are then, if this market wants to do what we know it does, right, which just goes up sideways, you're going to catch them, right? And you're not trading any of these damn emotions you're going. So again, your most important entry is long term and then swing. Okay, but remember, in a week to 2 weeks from now, there will be no longer good long-term entries, right? There will be okay entries, no more good. And then 3 weeks from now, there'll be okay spot entries, not so great anymore, right? Leverage will be there, right? That's why leverage, you take 2% of your account and you go, right? And you use the thing. But just remember, the true entries will run out. And when those things run out, you don't want to be on the other side chasing pumps and these type of things as well. So again, where Bitcoin's at right now is we are accumulating. And you know what? If Bitcoin decided to break out today, we have enough oomph, is what we call it, right? Power. We have enough power to get to $103,000. Then shit gets real, right? Because then you don't need accumulation anymore. Because again, Why do you need accumulation? Because accumulations prepare you for the next rally, but it also eats important zones away. This $95,000 resistance on Bitcoin right now is holding us back from all-time highs. This is the level, right? It was 88, which was the big one, and we caught that squeeze beautifully, which was great. Okay, now we're at 95, and 95 is what separates from this one over here. So the sideways makes sense in this zone. But why? Because think about it, people are still kind of maybe doubting it, right? They're still maybe in this mindset of like, are we bullish? Are we bearish? We don't know, right? And I walk around and I meet a lot of people here, and people are still like, they asking me, like, Sean, do you think we're gonna go? Like these type of things. What happens when Bitcoin's 105K, right? It's no longer a discussion anymore. It's no longer what if. It's like, was I buy now? Like was I go now? Like all of a sudden, that mentality shifts where the what ifs and the hopes kind of disappear. And when that disappears, that's when altcoin, that's when everything just goes and goes and goes. And then the FOMO kicks in because people can't get entries anymore. So they kind of just chase. And they open up the damn bubbles and they start to see that every day. Because again, I don't know if you guys have noticed, Bitcoin has gone sideways, right? But every day, new altcoins are getting released, right? There was a Theta pump yesterday. There was a virtual pump yesterday. And there's Bitcoin Cash pump yesterday, right? So these coins were not pumping 2 days ago when Bitcoin was going up, but like all of a sudden Bitcoin goes sideways and they start to wake up, right? And on the weekly, like look at this. All of a sudden, last week we definitely didn't have all of these bubbles, but memes just woke out of the damn nowhere, right? And that's why it's so good, like on a daily basis, for you to go through your alts, go put in the big trends and put in your damn alarms, right? And when they break, trade it and go. Have this confidence and have this conviction and move, right? Very important. So again, yeah, we got enough power to go to 103. I do think if we go straight here to 103, I do think there will be a little liquidation trap. Okay. But what I actually think is going to happen when that happens over there on both scenarios, but I'll speak about the bullish scenario first, is I think that is going to trigger altcoins on that dump over there. Right. So we still have a little bit of strength when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance, but we are actually losing some steam. And I just want to show you here on the short time frame. We've got a pretty good trend here that we've been tracking to the upside, and we've actually tested and rejecting down. That's why I'm quite bullish on ETH today, because ETH looking pretty good to the Bitcoin pairing. But if you look at this as a thing, you could see that at any point now we can really start moving down in the Bitcoin dominance, right? And going back over here now, and that for me is going to come if we rip from here and the dominance drops. You know what happens, right? Valhalla, right? All of a sudden we start to see altcoins just go crazy. But one of these pullbacks are really going to trigger a strong altcoin drop. Okay. And that's what I see happening here, because I think the moment that Bitcoin breaks 96, dominance might get strong again, right? And when it gets strong again, that's fine. But when this rejection happens at 103, why do I think 103? Because I think the whole world's going to celebrate the 100K break again. And that's when I think they're going to trap them, because everyone's going to kind of FOMO in, right? We're over 100K again. Woo, trap them out to go. But in that trap, I think it's going to ignite the alts and get going. Because again, altcoins over here are sitting at these. So guys, these type of shows today, I got some entries for you. I'll give them. We'll go through them shortly. I got them all here. I know what we're trading, right? But I'm also explaining to you guys the mentality and the stuff to pay attention to, right? Because when the market, I'm telling you, when this market breaks over here, we don't have time to talk anymore. We just got to make money, right? Right now, we get a little bit of time to talk, right? So always use the calmness just to up the knowledge a bit, recoup yourself, get that brain in and get focused, right? I need you to get focused. Drink more water in the day than what you've ever drunk before, right? Do whatever you can, get focused. Remove everything and do this for the next couple of months. Just do this, right? Get into that zone over here. But as you could see again, why do I think when that dominance drop happens? You could see here, once we're through this red box, it is time. Altcoins are then going to start rallying back to the highs of where they were at the end of last year. And that's where we all just want to make some money back, right? And make some more. But that is what we really want to catch, right? Is that big move over there. So zooming in again here quickly, that's the first play, is the bull scenario, right? We rip through, then there is a liquidation trap. Please don't chase the next pump. If you see that the pump happens, wait, let it pump. Once it pumps, it will then break through levels, and then it will retrace back to the supports, and that's when you'll buy it, right? No more chasing. Let it explode. Don't have this FOMO thing. It will be back. We all know now that the market retraces and there will always be another trade, right? So let it pop. Then that is the zone over there. Okay, so that's first scenario. Second scenario now is the pullback, and it's quite easy to see this play right now. So let's just zoom in over here again. There we go. Okay, so that's what the pullback would look. If Bitcoin starts losing the 94, Okay, then let's get it ready for a quick little shakeout. Let's get it ready for a quick little shake down to the 90,000s. Won't last too long, and then from there we start rallying back up. And that's just if the market wants to trap anyone that's been buying here, because they will all put their stop losses over here. So price will go just lower than these zones here, trap them, and then go, right? This one's quite simple. If it starts to go down, and let's say you get stopped on a couple of trades, okay, then we'll just put this damn trend in over here, give it a day or two, and we break the trends, we're back in, and we get going. Right, we move again and we start going. So that's the second play over there. So a couple of really good. There goes ETH at the moment. ETH gets ready to pop. Guys, I got something cool. I've come up with a cool idea, right? So I got the BTCC account, and I spoke to you guys many times if you want one. It's a good exchange. I'm trading a lot of my short-term trades right now on it. So I just want to go here and just show you guys in the description over here. Here's BTCC. So I've spoken to you guys many times. They've got incredible deals and all these type of things. But nonetheless, I'm using BTCC to actually trade for something cool. Right? For me, it's like I want to get energy back, right? I want to get energy back, and I want us to get pumped for the best damn year of our lives. I know it was a crazy bumpy start, but we got a great year ahead of us. So what I've decided to do, I'm trading a $10,000 account, right? And if you have signed up with any of my BTCC links, right, and you are a trader, let's say you've deposited $100 or you deposit anything more, right? I'm actually going to give these profits to you guys. So I'm going to give up to 50% of the profits of the account. 50% because the other 50% I want to grow the account so I can give away more money, right? There's the pop. Okay, so I'm already $2,400 up. Okay, so the way it's going to work, guys, is if you have opened up an exchange link, a BTC link, and you've deposited at least $100, I'm going to give away $200 to 5 people on tomorrow's show, right? I do need to close the trade there. Once the trade's closed, I'll give away to 5 people. If you've deposited $1,000, right, I'm going to give away $500 to 3 to 5 people. Right? And if you've done $10,000 deposits, then I'm going to give up to $2,000 per person. And I'm just going to choose you guys from the audience. I'm going to choose from the comments here. I'm going to say, guys, who has an account, who's trading here? And again, we are trading on accounts here, right? This is a great account to share, but I'm going to ask you, who's trading on this account, who has deposited? And you're going to say me. Then I'm going to say, okay, you've won. Okay, but we are going to check that you actually have deposits. And if that's through, done. And you can withdraw the money. You can do whatever you want. You can trade the money, draw the money. It doesn't matter, right? I want to trade. I want to have something to trade for. And I want to help anyone that needs some liquidity to trade and wants to build more. Like, that's what it's about over here as well. So I just wanted to have some fun with you guys and let you know this is why I'm trading ETH right now. I need a reason to trade some money, right? So you always need a reason behind trading. So that's what's up over there. So it's going to be very cool. Okay. Next thing here, guys, Cardano is in a good entry zone. Very good entry zone. Okay, Cardano's starting to break a 4 hour. We had a little trap out yesterday. It's breaking again, right? On the 1 hour right now, here's your entry zone, and that's your stop loss, right? If you wanted to put an even tighter stop loss, you just put this in over here, okay? And you can have a tighter stop over there, and there we go. But a Cardano pump is coming. It's coming, right? I saw Charles yesterday. He said Cardano is going to go to $10. That's his thoughts, right? For the longer term. So again, I do think Cardano is a good investment longer term wise, but I'm looking for a pop to 80 cents. And that for some from short-term trades is great, right? Very, very, very good over there. So Cardano is in a good entry today, right? The next one here, not yet, is Doge, but here, Near Protocol. Near is also looking pretty nice. A little bit of lower risk over here too. Right? Remember, the only trades that I'm looking to take today is short-term trades, right? My leverage accounts, tight stops, let's go, right? Because again, I've been building this, let's say this ETH trade over here, right? I've been building it nice and tight, but it's, I put in 10K and right now I'm $250,000 long, right? Because I've built, so instead of me now, because I do actually also have some more money sitting on the side, but that's waiting for a very, very, very obvious trade. Right now, instead of using so much of my own money, I rather put a little bit in and I use the exchange's money, right? And if I'm wrong, I'm losing on little parts of my portfolio. And if I'm right, of 10K, I'm trading on $250,000 size, right? Which means if ETH goes to the areas of the 2-1, I make $25,000 on my 10K. Like, keep going. It's just the amount of money you're using every day. That's different. Doesn't mean you stop trading, right? You keep going. It's just the account sizes and stuff that you must play with that are super important. So Near's another nice one. Again, pop a nice little trend at the bottom, gives you some good ideas of where to put some stop losses. Let's go through a couple here together. Something like this, I'm not trading today, right? I'll wait for it to pull back and break the trend. There's Casper. It's had a good rally, nice little run already. Solana is looking good for a spot buy. It really is. But if I wanted to, let's say, get into a couple of short-term trades, okay, that is the trend over there to pay attention to. Sonic is looking strong, guys. Okay, so you remember I spoke about Sonic? It looks really good on the spot, but I also want to show you that since we've been speaking right now, Sonic is actually breaking a 1 hour. So this would be an entry, okay, and over here, so I know Sonic's good in spot right now, but is a good trade today, right? It's looking pretty sexy. So if you look at this now, break a trend, there's the stop loss over there. Boom. And if this thing pops, we know it's a big one, right? Looking really good. Let's see what Ondo's doing. Ondo's kind of chilling right now. Say's chilling, so you can see strength. Keep an eye on AVAX. AVAX is also one token. It is actually breaking a little bit of a shorter time trend here. Let's actually draw it in over there. Maybe this one looks good as well. Stop loss over there. Sui, let's see what Sui's doing. Sui's kind of chilling, right? Not to Sui. The only time I'd buy this now is that, right? Then I'm in. Then I'm in like I'm on like King Kong, right? Let's see. There was a couple of other alts here. I just want to see here what's looking. Let's go through a list here. Okay, so Aave, short time frame. Okay, keep an eye out on that one over there. Let's see. This thing, the community gave this token the other day. It's actually ripping like a mother. What is this? AI16. Remember, someone told us the other day as a community token. Like it's doing damn well. I wouldn't touch it now. Don't touch this stuff now, guys. It's good. If you got it, ride it, right? Ride it, you got it. But wait. Yes. That's where you buy it, right? Is that area of support. No more chasing, no more of this. Guys, I don't mind bear cycles because we're getting smarter. But let's not bump our head at the same approach, right? Let's not do the same thing again. Very important. Ton. I think it was Ton that was also looking pretty good. Let's just see Ton over here. Okay, sideways, keep eye on the trends. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, guys, so just a quick recap over here. It looks like we are getting that little breakout we've been waiting for. Great. First scenario on Bitcoin is I am bullish today, okay, and I'm getting ready for a short squeeze. And the short squeeze is going to take us to about 103, then a trap, and then we get going. It might even take us to 100 and then trap us, but we want to catch that, right? Then tomorrow we can say, hey, we're going to TP, or we're going to hold these bad boys and we're going straight up, right? So that's the first play over there. Bitcoin dominance has rejected the trend and getting ready to go down. Okay, over here, the trades that I'm really interested in right now is ETH. I wouldn't buy it much more than 1,840 if it's leverage. If it's spot, you're great. Okay, but ETH is one of the sexy ones. Cardano is looking really good, and Near Protocol. Those are probably three really good short-term trades for the day to pay attention to. And again, all the rest are looking really good when it comes to spot. But just remember that if Bitcoin doesn't go to 89 for spot, you might get a slightly better, a nice little 4 or 5% discount if that's what you want to catch. Remember as well, on BTCC, I am trading and giving away money. Okay, so anyone that has used my exchange link, okay, over here, and they've done a deposit. Remember, if you've done $100, sweet, I'm giving away $200, right? If you've done $1,000, I'm giving away $500, okay. And if you've done anywhere of $10,000, I'm giving up to $2,000 per user, right? So basically, I will select in the thing. Again, I'm going to ask you. I don't have to do this. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to say, hey, who has really done it? And again, if you've done it, and we can see that you've done it, then great. But again, who can we help here? Who wants to get going? Who's to get moving? So again, open up BTCC accounts. I'm going to be giving away profits. And guys, have a damn fantastic day. I love you all. I'll be here. I'm running around everywhere, but I'll make sure I'm here to do a show. If anything crazy happens, I will be here. Love you guys lots, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.